A very, very good evening to all of you, friends. A very, very good evening to all of you. Welcome to BYJU'S exam prep. In this special session on special events relating to legal general knowledge, I bring to you a very, very important incident that has even triggered the Supreme Court. In this session, I shall be discussing with a very recent event that happened last week. What has happened last week in the Calcutta High Court? Now, from the perspective of a student who is preparing for CLAT, what are those important things that you must take as a takeaway from this important event is that I'm going to discuss. Last week, in the Calcutta High Court, there were certain very disturbing events that happened. In this session, I shall be discussing the entire event based on a couple of orders passed by the Calcutta High Court itself. A confrontation between two benches of the High Court. Single judge versus the division bench. Let's start with this session. So, before we begin, BYJU'S exam prep brings to you unlock your 3-day free trial access to all our courses. Ace CLAT with BYJU'S exam prep. Go to the description box below, you will find a link. Click on the link and you can access to a 3-day free trial to all our courses. BYJU'S exam prep brings to you kickstart your other law entrance test preparation. Jamia Millia Islamia, Maharashtra CET, CUET or SLAT examination. We bring to you online classroom program. And in case you wish to talk to our counselors, the form is given in the description box below. Click on the link. So guys, let's start. A petition was filed before the Calcutta High Court relating to people issuance of fake caste certificate. So a petition was filed before the Honorable Calcutta High Court relating to issuance of fake caste certificates which were used for admission in medical colleges. So, there were certain allegations that many students have got fake caste certificate. Now, as you know, in colleges, there is reservation for the backward classes, SC, ST, and OBC. So, certain people, the allegation is simply that certain people got certain fake caste certificate and they had availed the reservation in medical colleges. Now, this matter relating to the issuance of fake caste certificate came before the single judge. The single judge, Justice Abhijit Gangopadhyay, after hearing the matter, said, and it is the order stated, the entire thing for last 3 years is to be thoroughly investigated by the CBI. So the single judge, after hearing the parties, based on the allegation made relating to issuance of fake caste certificate, said that this matter is to be investigated by the Central Bureau of Investigation. And the issuance of reserved category certificates and admission of candidates with such certificates in medical college. When a scam is peeping its head, it is the duty of the court to pass appropriate orders for a thorough investigation in the matter, irrespective of whether the writ petitioners had prayed for a CBI inquiry or not. So, in the writ petition, people who alleged that there were issuance of fake caste certificate, in that writ petition, there was no prayer for a CBI inquiry into the matter. Now, unless and until a prayer is made by the petitioner, can the court issue any such direction? So the court, the single judge who was hearing this particular matter, said that since there is a huge scam relating to the issuance of fake caste certificates, relating to admission in medical colleges, let the CBI inquire into the matter. Even though there is no such prayer made by the petitioners before the court. So the court held that therefore this matter is to be investigated by the CBI. So the single judge in this particular case directed the CBI to inquire and investigate the matter. Further, the Honorable Single Judge, Justice Gangopadhyay, held that before, now Justice Gangopadhyay understands that the state is definitely going to challenge this particular order before the higher court. So the learned single judge in its order says that before the state goes to the Honorable Supreme Court in connection with this order in appeal, I would expect that the state would disclose what is the total amount that has been spent by it for resisting the order of this court in respect of CBI investigation by way of appeal and application in Supreme Court in education appointment matter. So over here, the single judge is definitely, from its order, we can definitely infer that the single judge was of the view that this order for a CBI inquiry into this alleged scam will be challenged before the Supreme Court. And hence, the judge says that before the Supreme Court, if the state wants to go on an appeal, it expects the state to disclose how much money has it spent for resisting the order. It simply means how much of money has the state incurred insofar as fees of the lawyers are concerned and other ancillary aspects. So over here, the learned judge, from the order of the learned judge, one thing can be concluded that the learned judge was aware that his order would be appealed in the Supreme Court. The court and also the inhabitants of this state have the right to know what is the total amount that has been spent for filing cases in Supreme Court by the state to resist the CBI investigation in those matters of illegal appointment. So the judge directs that before the state goes on appeal challenging its order, the state should disclose how much money has it spent insofar as resisting a CBI inquiry into the matter. So the single judge finally directs and passes this final order that I direct the Registrar General of this court to communicate the CBI officers to appear before this court at 2:30 p.m. today to take those papers as indicated above and to start investigating in this matter forthwith by filing an FIR. So finally, the single judge, Justice Gangopadhyay, simply says that he is directing the court's Registrar General to tell the CBI officers to appear at 2:30. Now this order was passed in the daytime, okay, before lunch. So this matter, this order was given by the single judge before lunch in the Calcutta High Court. And the court says that please tell the CBI officers to come at 2:30 after lunch and start investigating the matter. Now, the Advocate General of the Calcutta High Court, after hearing this order, mentioned this matter before a division bench and said that such and such order is just passed half an hour, 1 hour back. So we don't have the order itself with us because it has been dictated in the court. It will be uploaded in the website in some time. Although we do not have the orders, and neither do we have a appeal book, we want a stay of such an order. Now, this is an urgent matter. So the division bench, upon hearing the Advocate General, passes the following order. The division bench says, and it's very, very important over here, the division bench says that unless there is a prayer in the writ petition for a CBI investigation or a case made out for CBI investigation, the right of the state to conduct free, fair, impartial investigation by its agency cannot be lightly interfered. It would result in disruption of the cooperative federal structure of the country. So the division bench, which was headed by Justice Somen Sen, says that unless and until there is a prayer in the writ petition for a CBI investigation, such an investigation cannot be ordered, because this would result in disrupting the cooperative federal structure that exists in our country by virtue of our constitution. So the division bench further says that unless the autonomy of the state to investigate into this issue is decided against the state, no such direction could have been passed. So the order stays. This particular order of the division bench that was passed on that very day against the single judge's order is put to stay. There is no pleading in the writ petition for a CBI inquiry. The court cannot travel beyond the pleadings. So, since there was no prayer by the petitioners themselves for a CBI inquiry, the court should not travel beyond the pleadings, right? Now, at 2:30, the single judge was told that that your lordship's order, the single judge's order, has been stayed by a division bench, which was headed by Justice Somen Sen. So the single judge in the morning passes an order saying for a CBI inquiry, directing for a CBI inquiry. After the order was made in the open court, the Advocate General, who was appearing for the state, mentioned the matter before the division bench, and the division bench was pleased to stay the single judge's order. Now, since the single judge in the initial order had directed the CBI to appear at 2:30, and at 2:30, the single judge was apprised of the fact that, yes, the order, the single judge's order, has been stayed. The single judge, after having fully aware of the fact that his order has been stayed by the division bench, says, and this is all quoted from the order sheet, the single judge says that it is fully in respect of his lordship, the Honorable Justice Somen Sen, a particular judge. I was told some days back by Justice Amrita Sinha that Justice Somen Sen called her in Justice Sen's chamber on the last day before vacation, and like a political leader had directed Justice Sinha three things. Mr. Abhishek Banerjee has a political future. He should not be disturbed. Now, Abhishek Banerjee happens to be the nephew of the sitting Prime Minister, the incumbent Chief Minister, Srimati Mamata Banerjee, okay? And Abhishek Banerjee is also from the Trinamool Congress. So, Justice Gangopadhyay says that I have been told by Justice Amrita Sinha, another judge of the Honorable Calcutta High Court, that Justice Somen Sen had called her and had told her three things. What are these three things? Let's see. Abhishek Banerjee has a political future. He should not be disturbed. Secondly, live streaming shall be stopped in Justice Amrita Sinha's court. And number 3, the 2 writ petitions before Justice Amrita Sinha, where the name of Mr. Abhishek Banerjee is involved, are to be dismissed. So apparently, Justice Somen Sen Justice Gangopadhyay alleges that Justice Somen Sen had directed another judge before whom certain matters are listed that please give favorable orders in favor of a particular political leader. Furthermore, the single judge says, thus, Justice Sen is acting clearly for some political parties in this state. And therefore, the orders passed in the matters involving state are required to be reviewed if the Honorable Supreme Court thinks so. So, Justice Gangopadhyay says that in case the Supreme Court wants to interfere with his order, then these things should be kept in mind, because apparently, allegedly, Justice Sen had spoken to another judge relating to 3 things, as I said right now. So, Justice Gangopadhyay alleges that Justice Sen has some political inclination and is trying to save a particular political party. In said order, I have not found any recording of any urgency in the matter. So, the said order means the division bench's order, which states the single judge's bench. What was so urgent? Who was acting as an interested person for one of the political parties in the state? So, this is an order passed by a single judge making allegations against a division bench. The single judge further says that what Justice Sen has done today is to advance the cause of his personal interest to save some political party in power in the state. Therefore, his action clearly tantamounts to misconduct. So, a single judge is making allegations of misconduct against another judge in his order. It's not something in private. It's an open court order. And these orders, see, the fact that I am talking to you about a very sensitive issue, I would not say anything because I know the law of defamation and contempt of court. I have read all these 3 orders and I'm just putting across the real facts of the case. Further, the single judge says, and since I know the importance of the matter, I'm just quoting the orders and not saying anything on my own. The single judge further says that I do not know how a judge, being Justice Somen Sen, who is under an order of transfer for last more than 2 years, is acting here as a judge defying the Supreme Court's collegium recommendation of 16 September 2021 from this court to Odisha High Court. So, Justice Gangopadhyay says that there is a collegium recommendation of September 2021 wherein the Supreme Court Collegium has recommended the transfer of Justice Somen Sen from Calcutta to the Odisha High Court. Who are the persons behind him who are saving him from such transfers whereby the orders of the Supreme Court Collegium can be ignored while the other honorable judges have been transferred by the same recommendation? So these are some stretching allegations against certain people. Now, Justice Gangopadhyay says, Justice Abhijit Gangopadhyay says that there is a collegium recommendation transferring Justice Sen from Calcutta to Odisha High Court way back in September 2021. But such an collegium recommendation has not been acted upon. The single judge finally says that I am of the view that the order passed by Justice Sen's division bench quoting the FIR today is not valid because it is a continuation of an appeal, void ab initio, and he has acted against the law with his own interest, as has been indicated above. In the order passed by the division bench, I repeat, there is no recording as to the urgency of the matter. I do not know whether sky was falling upon some person by order of CBI inquiry. Therefore, the FIR should remain intact because Justice Sen's division bench order is wholly illegal and has to be ignored. CBI should start acting by investigating into the matter. So, in the morning, a single judge passes an order asking for a directing CBI inquiry, which was stayed in the afternoon by a division bench. And now we see a single judge overruling a division bench. A single judge bench order, can it be overruled by a division bench? That's the larger question that you as a student who is preparing for CLAT should know. What is the judiciary? What has the Supreme Court said about such things in the past? We have a judgment of the Supreme Court relating to this, and I shall be discussing that judgment. Now, after this matter, so there was this huge conflict between two orders, a single judge overruling a division bench's order. The Supreme Court took suo motu cognizance. A 5-judge bench was constituted on Saturday, on a day which is generally off. So 5-judge bench, which was presided by Chief Justice Chandrachud. Other judges were Justice Sanjeev Khanna, Justice B.R. Gawai, Justice Suryakant, and Justice Aniruddha Bose. The 5-judge bench directed to transfer the matters to the Supreme Court. Now, the Supreme Court has to give it a cool look, okay, has to calm down the matter because the matter is going out of hand. Since the matter had turned out of hand, the Supreme Court wanted to put it down. Now, very recently, a division bench of the Supreme Court in Mari Pusham versus Selvi Charasumma held that the rule of judiciary discipline and propriety and the doctrine of precedence has a merit in promoting certainty and consistency in judicial decisions, providing assurance to individuals as to the consequence of their action. So, judicial discipline, there has to be judicial discipline amongst judges. And what does this judicial discipline means? Accordingly, when a decision of coordinate bench, coordinate means 2 judges and other 2 judges, coordinate, single judge, coordinate benches of same High Court is brought to the notice of the bench, it is to be respected and is binding subject to right of the bench of such co-equal quorum to take a different view. So, division bench can overrule a single judge. Please keep this in your mind. A division bench can definitely overrule a single judge. But the opposite is not possible. Keep this in your mind. A single judge cannot overrule a division bench. Is that clear? Now, if a particular view is made by a division bench, can the other division bench take another view? The answer is no. At max, the other division bench, if it thinks that the view of a particular division bench is not correct, it may refer the question to a larger bench. You have to refer this question to a larger bench. You cannot just overrule. A division bench cannot overrule another division bench's order. At max, it can refer the question to a larger bench. It is the only course of action open to a bench of co-equal strength when faced with previous decision taken by the bench with the same strength. This is what the Supreme Court very recently said. Judicial discipline envisages that a coordinate bench follows the decision of an earlier coordinate bench. A division bench must follow another division bench. They cannot take a contrary view. If a coordinate bench does not agree with the principle of law enunciated by another bench, the matter may be referred only to a larger bench. Very, very important. A single judge cannot overrule a division bench. A division bench, if it has passed an order, another division bench has to follow such principles. It cannot overrule. At max, if it does not agree, what it can do, it can refer the matter to a larger bench. The law laid down by this court in a decision delivered by a bench of larger strength is binding on subsequent benches of lesser or co-equal strength. So if a larger bench has given an order, a judgment, that is made binding on lesser benches. A less strength bench cannot go against a larger bench. A bench of lesser quorum cannot disagree or dissent from the view of the law taken by a bench of larger quorum. In case of doubt, what the bench of lesser quorum can do is to invite the attention of the Chief Justice, request for the matter to be placed for hearing before a bench of larger quorum. If there is a division bench order and the single judge does not agree with it, at max, what it can do, it can say, I cannot overrule a division bench's order. Let me place it before the Honorable Chief Justice for a constitution of a larger bench so that a larger bench can decide this matter for once and for all. The bench whose decision has come up for consideration, it will be open only for a bench of co-equal strength to express an opinion doubting the correctness of the view taken by an earlier bench of co-equal strength. Whereupon the matter may be placed for hearing before a bench constituting of a quorum larger than the one which pronounced the decision, laying down the law and the correctness which is doubted. So here you see the law relating to whether. Now, please, let me just tell you, do not understand that in this session I am discussing one judge making certain allegation against another judge. No, from the point of view of CLAT, what should you know? This is that judicial discipline that one should understand from this present controversy. You might get a particular passage based on whether a division bench can it overrule another division bench. No. At max, it can refer the matter to a larger bench. But a single judge cannot overrule a division bench. So I hope you understood this very important controversy from the point of view of a law student. I hope these are clear. If you like this session, do press the like button and share this session with your friends so that others also understand the real controversy of this present issue. Those of you who are preparing to start their other law entrance test preparation and join our online classroom program, in case you wish to talk to our counselors, there is a link given on the description box below requesting you to definitely click over there and you can definitely see everything. Okay, you can definitely talk to our counselors there. Okay. BYJU'S Exam Prep brings to you CLAT 2025 Legal and GK Booster Series every Sunday at 1 p.m. and 3 p.m. starting on the 7th of July. It has already started. Please do not miss even a single session. All these sessions are very, very important. This will be conducted in our app. So if you haven't downloaded the BYJU'S Exam Prep app, do it now. BYJU'S Exam Prep brings to you a test series, those who are only thinking of sitting for certain mocks. 25 CLAT mocks, 15 ALET mocks, and 15 other law entrance exam mocks. These are right now available at the most affordable price. So get it now. Get this unlimited access to all our mock tests. Our BYJU'S Exam Prep also brings to you CLAT 2025 comprehensive course, 380 plus hours of live classes, 300 plus recorded videos, 55 mock tests, 10,000 practice question, 10,000 practice tests, study material, doubt resolution, and the CLAT Ignite magazine. Hurry up. Start early and stay ahead for your CLAT 2025 preparation. So if you did like what I discussed with you, do press the like button. Do subscribe to this YouTube channel, follow us on our Instagram, like our Facebook page, join our Telegram channel, and do not forget to download the BYJU'S Exam Prep app because a lot of important materials are provided to you in the app. With this, we come to the end of this session. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much. God bless you. Bye-bye. All the best.